but on Advantage as well. We cannot thank you all enough.
And a big thank you to Advantage Racing TV being here each and every week to stream the races live. One more time for your IMCA stock cars presented to you by J&J Fittings. Travis Barker, the 30 car, is your 2020 track champion.
From Advantage Racing TV, Ryan Dugan, Blake Seabelts, Tana Welp, John, Courtney, Kyle, Bree, everybody that's helped out this year, thanks for making this a great 2020 season.
As RPMs come up, we are green with the stock cars. Wayne Becker in the 5X going to lead them into turns 1 and 2. Lucas Phillips, Ryan Harris as Wayne Becker pushes up the track. And it's going to be Lucas Phillips now with the race lead, but here comes Ryan Harris. Ryan Harris to the inside of Lucas Phillips now to the 2, 3, and 4. Travis Barker making up some ground in the 30 car. Wayne Becker falls almost to the back of the pack as Ellsbury, Big Sid Mosier, and Jason Ward in the vault as well. It's going to be Ryan Harris, the 99H, going to lead them off of turn number 4. Lucas Phillips hanging on a second. Here comes Ellsbury to the outside. Travis Barker, Jason Ward, they're all blanking on him from second on back, PJ.
So Ryan Harris gaps Lucas Phillips. It is still Mel Ellsbury, Travis Barker, Jason Ward, and Sid Mosier all right there. Now Lucas bobbles. That is going to bring up the German Hans Holbeck. They're bottlenecked. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars under a blanket for second. On back, Travis Barker's going to take over second. But now here comes old pop Jason Ward. Almost a little bit of contact. A little bit of beating and banging on the back between Giroux and Abelson. Abelson going to get the worst into that, falling back. Cody Thompson picking his way up through the field a little bit further back. But right now, it is Ryan Harris with a sizable lead. Then it is Barker, Ward, Ellsbury, Mosier, and Holbeck, your top 5.
Ryan Harris out with a big lead in the 99H car coming off of the big dance in Boone. Quite an experience for Ryan Harris. Now finds himself out in front near championship night at the new Raceway Park. Travis Barker, your 2020 champion, up to that second place spot. Your runner-up, Jason Ward, in the 41 car right behind him in third. Then you have Ellsbury and Big Sid Mosier rounding out your top 5. Hans Holbeck knocking on the door of the top 5, though, in the 59X to the inside of Mosier. Off of 4, his car going around. Oh, no, we're still green. Abelson a little slideways. Through 3 and 4, Wayne Becker about to lose a door panel on that 5X machine.
The 30 of Travis Barker going to the whip. He is reeling in the 49 of Harris. He is right there on his bumper as caution comes out for the 13M of James McCabe Jr. Oh, Scotty, that was about to be set up for a huge lead battle.
Yes, it was. Ryan here with his other stock car, which was driven by Jesse Sobbing last year.
That's also the car he took to Boone. Made his first ever big dance. Unfortunately, got caught up in a wreck. A lot of damage to the car. Good to see he put it back together to come back here to his home track. That'll end his championship night for him, unfortunately. Tough break for the 5X of Wayne Becker, but his backup car is still out there with the Sioux City Slayer, Cody Thompson, in it. Cody's been slowly working his way forward. Caution lights are out. Green flag is out. We're back to racing. And look at this. Jason Ward to the outside of Ryan Harris. Battle is on for the lead as you got Mosier and Barker right there with him. Harris able to squirt out to the lead. Now it's back to Barker and Ward for second and third. As you got Ellsbury. Slider! Ellsbury. Slide job right in front of Big Sid Mosier. Mosier back to the inside, taking over that spot. Now Ellsbury trapped on the high side. He is getting attacked by the 94 of Giroux. It is Harris, Ward, Barker, Mosier, and Ellsbury. Your top 5 with 9 to go.
Ryan Harris through 1 and 2 with a race lead. 3-wheeling off turn number 2 in that 99H machine. Jason Ward in second. Travis Barker tucked tail behind him. Oh, as he hits off the wall. And turn number 3 side by side for that second place spot between probably 2 of the best drivers in this class at the new Raceway Park. Sid Mosier back and forth. Ellsbury in that 5th place spot. As it is still Harris, Barker, Ward, Mosier, and Ellsbury. You got Barker and Ward battling it out for second and third, and then you got a battle between fourth and fifth between Mosier and Ellsbury. But Ryan Harris still out front in that 99H.
How many times this year have we seen Barker and Ward battling side by side, not giving each other any quarter? We're doing it again, even though the championship is decided. Now it's just a point of pride for Ward to try and get by Barker, but Harris is spoiling the whole works as he is leading with 5 laps to go. Barker once again tried to get to the inside of Harris. Harris in a wrap video, 3-wheel motion. He left that left front at home.
James McCabe Jr. around in turn number 4, going to bring out the caution once again. He had the car fired, tried to get it going, and stalled. So back under caution we go.
And that should be his second caution. So unfortunately, if that's the case, James McCabe Jr. is done for championship night. Rounding out your field, 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go, coming to the green, this time by. Green is out and we're back underway. Harris with the race lead, but here comes Ward on the top side. Can Ward get the run he needs to get to the 99H? Cannot do it. Travis Barker to the left rear quarter of the 99H car, now going top side, cuts off Jason Ward. Ryan Harris crossover move. Here comes Barker. Barker going to have the lead by the nose at the flag stand. Ryan Harris shuffled back to second, now gets back underneath the 30 car, side by side for the race lead. 3 wide back behind him for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, Travis Barker getting a little sideways, bottling up the field. 2 laps to go. We are still green. Jason Ward inherits the lead now. Ellsbury in second, Todd Giroux in third, Sid Mosier and Travis Barker, your top 5. White flag is out. One more time around for Jason Ward. Jason Ward out in the race lead now. Ellsbury way up the track. Todd Giroux takes over second now off turn number 2. 3 wide back behind him for third. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Jason Ward is going to see the checkered flag. 41 car goes to victory lane here tonight. Todd Giroux second. Mel Ellsbury in third. Travis Barker and Sid Mosier, your top 5. What a crazy last couple of laps there here in your J&J Fitting Stock Car A feature event. But it's going to be Jason Ward visiting victory lane. Your second place finisher in the points, but your first place finisher here tonight.
Oh yeah, getting hugs from all the important people. Well, Jason, that was quite the battle. What was going on in your mind when you saw the seas kind of part and you saw your hole?
Well, I knew they were going to fight hard for the win, so I just chose a different lane to stay out of their way.
Now, I know you said earlier you're going for wins, not championships, but does this help kind of lessen a little bit of being so close to the championship this year?
I've won enough championships. I didn't really let it bother me that I hit the wall and put myself out. I just want to try and win.
So how does it feel to round out the regular season with a win here at the Raceway Park?
We'll take them. Sometimes you lose them that way. Sometimes you win them that way. We'll take this one.
All right, well, congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you here for the South Dakota Nationals.
Thank you.
Once again, your J&J Fitting Stock Car feature winner, the 41 they call him Pop, Jason Ward.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, for your Bonine Garage Doors IMCA Modified.
RPMs are going to come up as they come through 3 and 4. Jesse Ford looks them over. We're green with the modifieds, and Rodney Stopak goes from the low side to the high side in front of God and everybody. It's going to be Jim Teese with the early advantage. Ricky Steppen in second. It's going to be Bob Moore now running into third with the 88 of Berrigan fourth. Chris Mills running out the top 5. Mills now trying to get underneath the Berrigan. Not going to happen. Gray Ferrando now on the outside of the top 5, looking in 6th, as he is going to work on the 0-2 junior of Mills. But up front, it is all Jim Teese. Teese holding off hard charging Ricky the Racer Steppen. Steppen not letting Teese get away too far. There's a bit of a gap back to Bob Moore, who is under pressure from the 88 of Berrigan. Ferrando and Mills still battling side by side for 5th. Jim Teese going to click off another lap. He is still leading, Scotty.
Oh, his contact between Ferrando and Berrigan. Ferrando going to lose a few spots. But out in front, it's a Mapleton Farm boy starting to gap second place. We're under Ricky Steffen. Here comes Chris Mills to the inside of Bob Moore for that 3rd place spot now. Mills is going to have 3rd coming into turn 3 and 4. Moore back to 4th. And Berrigan rounding out the top 5. Single final around the bottom side of the racetrack. They go. Jim Matson pushing a little in turns 1 and 2, but out in front, it is going to be the Mapleton Farm boy. Jim Teese, few feature wins here this year. A couple of track championships under his belt this year too in the season 2020. Ricky Steffen picking up a feature win over at the Buena Vista Raceway. Finds himself in 2nd, trying to run down the 23 car. Mills in 3rd. Moore and Berrigan rounding out your top 5. PJ?
Field somewhat strung out right now, as it is still Teese, who is starting to extend his gap over Ricky the Racer Steppen. Chris Mills now into 3rd. He is reeling in, Racer. We may have a battle for 2nd and 3rd yet. That's ways back to the 48 of Bob Moore, who is still holding off a hard-charging Sean Berrigan, rounding out that top 5. Right behind him, it's Chad Tenaple and then Gray Ferrando. Now we got a battle for over 2nd and 3rd as Mills to the back bumper of that Razor chassis of Ricky Steppen. Steppen to the low side. Mills going to go to the high side. Now drive it down the hill. Going to get close to the rear bumper again. Can't quite make it go. But it is going to be Steppen still hanging on to that 2nd place spot. The battle is on. 11 laps to go. It is Steppen and Mills, your best battle on the track for 2nd and 3rd.
As they come into turn 1, it's going to be Mills to the inside of Steffen for a split 2nd. Steffen with a better run off the turn number 2. Jim Teese out in front, coming up on the lap car, Rodney Stopak. As Mills crosses over to the inside, he's going to have 2nd going into turn 1. Steffen shuffled back to 3rd now. As Jim Teese caught up with the lap car of Rodney Stopak. To the inside of Stopak he goes. As Steffen trying to battle back to take back that 2nd place spot from Chris Mills. Cannot do so off turn number 4. Stopak bobbling lap car off turn number 2. Chris Mills up to the top side now, points a nose down the hill. Going to get by the lap car of Stopak. And trying to run down the Mapleton Farm boy with 8 laps to go.
Chris Mills going to the whip. He is trying to reel in the 23 of Jim Teese. 7 laps to go. It's a long way on this 3rd mile bull ring. Can Mills catch Teese? Catch this one thing past those other. Can he get around him as well? Battle is on with Bob Moore trying to get around the lap car of Rodney Stopak. He is going to finally clear him in turn number 3. Opens the door for the 88 of Berrigan as well. But with 6 to go, Teese, his lead is shrinking ever so slightly each lap as Chris Mills, he is on a tear in that car right now. Back down the hill, 5 to go. The gap shrinking. Can he catch Teese? Teese again on the low side, hugging the tires. He's going to come down the backstretch, and he's going to send it into turn number 3. 4 laps to go this time by Scotty.
As they come down the front stretch, Teese still with the race lead. Mills trying to run him down. Your 2020 champion trying to go out on top like we saw Rusty Montang in the Sport Mods earlier tonight. Big gap back to 3rd place running. 25 of Ricky Steffen. Bob Moore and Berrigan rounding out your top 5. 3 laps to go. After 5th place running Berrigan, it's going to be Chad Tenaple in 20. Gray Ferrando in the 13. And then Darren Ropke, Jim Matheson, and Rodney Stopak. 2 laps to go for the Mapleton Farm boy. Jim T starting to gap Chris Mills just a little bit more. Each and every lap, Mills looked a little tight that time through turns 1 and 2. Coming to the white flag this time by is going to be the 23 car Tees. One more time around here, championship night here at the Raceway Park. Jim T's going to come into turn number 3. Lap traffic right ahead of him, not going to affect him though. Jim T's going to pick up the feature win here tonight. Chris Mills, your 2020 champion, in second. Ricky the Racer Stephan in third. Bob Moore in fourth. And Gray Ferrando rounding out the top 5. Where did Ferrando come from?
I believe he came from Oregon.
Yes, he did, but he was running, I believe, in that 7th position behind Tenaple.
Well, Jim, we meet again in Victory Lane. Please tell us about that run.
Yeah, I was lucky to start up front. I thought Chris would have been there. I think he was coming at the end, so I'm glad we didn't have a caution. He would have got me.
I was coming at the end, looked like maybe he used up his tires or something, but did you think he was pretty much right on you most of the end of the race?
I couldn't hear nothing, but I knew he was coming. I just figured I was sitting on the bottom. I just knew he was coming on the top.
So 2 track championships this year in Denison and Harlan respectively. Several wins here. How's it feel to round out the points season here with a top 5 points finish and a win?
It feels good. That was win number 9, and I shouldn't be here. I need to be in the field, so that's where I need to be right now.
So any chance of coming up for October 2nd and 3rd, or are you going to be out in the field?
We should be done with beans then, so I'll probably be back up here.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, your Bo9 Garage Doors modified feature winner from Mapleton, driver of the 23, the Mapleton Farm Boy, Jim T.